Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's head up to Nashville for the Titans home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got...
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They are led out by the final quarterback selected in the 2019 draft, the former Nittany Lion. It's Trace McSorley.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And we're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. And we roll now on the offensive starters and Chance Warmack.
Absolutely massive man, but he has agility. He can move as well. But his forte is power. If you try to bull rush him, it's going to be a long day for the defender.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
5.
Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley sliding out of the pocket. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Jones. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 12 carries, 51 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. The carry for Bryce Love, the fourth-rounder from Stanford. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body. But Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Check. Hey, they're scared.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. This goes out right to Doyle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Carter, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jones. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he's got some space here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
McSorley sets to pass. His pass caught at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now McSorley.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's go. 10 over.
59. I'm here all day.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. They'll roll him out. Touchdown, Tennessee. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Jones. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
We got 4. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Go to 30 base.
He was brought down at the 26. Check, 59. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's McSorley. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Bannon in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Shoot.
It's caught by Meredith right side.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
That's on Jawan Taylor, second-round pick from Florida.
Still second down.
Ready? 18 Gator.
52. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your...
Deep rip.
On second down, Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's McSorley to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Golden Tate. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 21 yards there on third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing, Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. To the right side, complete to Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. You got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
Get ready, get ready. Go.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
That's track.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. On 2nd down, it's McSorley. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. McSorley from the shotgun. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls get through goalposts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
It's our time. It's our time.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down. Completes this one to Meredith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
60 outlaw.
It's a gain of 6.
52.
Makes it
52 the mic.
Throwing is McSorley. And that is incomplete.
The 3rd down.
That's it, baby. That's
intended for Devin Funchess.
The It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Oh, nice move. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now McCoy, room past the 20. And some room to maneuver. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
That's it, baby.
It's a big run there by McCoy. 87 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Acho. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies crawl.
They'll look to throw here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
But he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
50, play.
It's a game of 11.
Keep playing the
Third down.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throw right side complete to Carter. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jones now on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
First down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts the defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. McSorley.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
All right, T, let's start. All right, T.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Back to throw.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Go! 30 base.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down.
Lead grip.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Now back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. McSorley sets to pass. This will be caught at about the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now McSorley. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Devin Funches in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's McCoy.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here.
Go! 90 Wolf!
Strong right! Strong right!
Get it!
Running to start the drive is Love. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Let's go.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
4th down, even.
Come!
Here's McSorley to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come on, let's go.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carter. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. McSorley once more looks to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here's Matt Bosher now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Man open left side, it's his running back with it. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Clear. Go.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, complete. That's McCoy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Jones now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McCoy.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Holding offense.
The guilty party Chance Warmack, the guard out of Alabama. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
False start, offense.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on 1st down. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is McSorley. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass on 3rd down. Intended for Richard.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably... Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We gonna shut y'all down.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. They try to quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped by Bryce Love's touchdown run. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
That's caught by Meredith, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, it's Love, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. And that is incomplete.
The 3rd down pass intended for Jack Doyle.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, the tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Jones throwing on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Jones on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And that's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jones now operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. On first down, Jones. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He finds McCoy. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. The catch made by Miller. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Jones operating from the gun. And this is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Back to throw. Jones. He is going to find Hill here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. On 3rd down, here's Love. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Aaron Lynch. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Jones now Throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
All day, every day, any day.
Ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
McSorley on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
13.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Titans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.